Lucas. Does anyone want to just type that in the message as a reminder? Everyone might be thinking it's Monday.
Like me.
Yeah. All right, Linda, do you want to start?
We got another day.
Linda, did you hear me?
No.
I said, did you want to start?
Oh, sorry. I've got the stream going.
Okay.
Want to start with the meeting? I meant the event, not the meeting. Oh my God, I need more coffee.
Are you starting with the meeting for the event or whatever it is?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
So we just debrief on our constructive feedback from people on what worked, what didn't work, what we could do better, any suggestions around that. So I don't know if we can just maybe go around the table, and if you have something to add, then you can add it, and if you don't have anything, then you can just pass to the next person. Do you have any feedback for us?
I've got some ideas. So I think because there's a lot of times people, I think we kind of chatted about this before, a lot of times people just last minute don't show up for a variety of reasons. Maybe we kind of overfill to a certain percentage to kind of get those seats filled, because it was a really great event and I would have loved for more of our clients to have been able to experience it themselves. That probably would have been a good thing. And I also feel like if we had a little bit more time at the event to prepare for the night of, because it just always takes a little more time than we expect. Learning how to make balloon things and whatnot. So if we could have got in, even an hour or two earlier than we did, that would have probably been an awesome thing too, so that guests aren't showing up early where we're not quite feeling like we're ready. But it was great. I thought it was really, really well done. So thanks for all the hard work that you went into the planning of it.
Okay, awesome.
Well, my only question is, did location have an influence on the attendance? Or was it traffic, or? That's my only thought. I mean, I don't know the area, so.
Yeah, I don't know about that, because we did have people registered, so I feel like they knew the location. I know there was an accident in the weather, but that said, I don't know if the location played a part in it.
Where did you have it last year? Where was last year's location any different or any better?
We've never done this before. Well, we did one in Ancaster, but we've never done Burlington. We've never done Royal Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
Linda, you sent a follow-up email, right, to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Was there any feedback?
Nope, none.
Well, I think to touch on Rick's point, I think maybe the location was clear, but I circled the building at least once to try to figure out where the entrance was, because it wasn't that clear. So maybe next time we put a banner outside to show that that's where the entrance is.
I also thought the ducks were awesome, the little ducks, and that they were all different and people got to choose one. But maybe we put the tickets with the ducks and only insert that way, because at the end we didn't have all the ducks.
I was going to do that. And then
Yeah.
we sold out. So I was like, well, for the 10 people that don't show, I didn't realize it was going to be 60.
hmm Yeah, of course. But like if we kept that kind of separate or just wrote the number on the duck as people are going in.
Yeah, I thought about all those things, Sherry, and honestly, I was
Mhm.
just like, at the time, I was like, we're going to have so much going on there that I just thought, you know, for the 10 people that don't show, I would have never imagined we had that many no-shows.
Yeah, I agree.
And Tina.
What?
I said Duck and Tina.
Second Tina. Yeah,
Did we get a lot of bookings that came out of the event?
I don't think so. I don't know. What'd you guys get?
Nothing. Yeah.
I got Larry.
You had the free one. Pain in the ass.
Larry wants everything. Larry wanted all the deals and all the stuff and all the onboard credit and all the wine. He wants all the everything. So
And he wanted us to match vacations to go.
yeah, to save him $60 on his.
Yeah, we'll go book it at vacations to go, and then it saved me $1,000.
That thought crossed my mind. Let me tell you, I was a little disappointed, to be honest. I would.
Do you
have been
think
much
there's
more-
something to be said for the way that we did the invite and that we threw it open, like as an open invite? Because when I went through that spreadsheet beforehand, everybody who had signed up had never worked with our company, had never booked a trip of any kind. So there was a lack of commitment on their part to even show up if they didn't want to. And then in addition to that, there's no commitment after it. Okay, I didn't win the free cruise. Well, you know, who cares about the show offer, as opposed to sending out personal invites to our existing clientele who are Royal Caribbean sailors who, you know, might be looking to take advantage of an additional, you know, the opportunity to try and win something. Like I just wonder if, you know, by putting it wide open, you know, we kind of left it to anybody could get in there. You know, like when we do the celebrity one and we know we only have so many tables, we reach out to kind of existing clientele and we try to encourage them to come out because we know they're looking to take advantage of these types of promotions, as opposed to the blanket invite that gets a bunch of people we've never heard of.
Mhm. Yep.
Like
Did anyone else get bookings?
multiple. So I feel like a lot of our
I thought we filled all of those 6
so
spots.
we did. Trisha got 2. Matt got 2, 3, and Karen has 1.
But were the people that got those people that attended for the show, or are they regular clients of ours who booked Royal Caribbean?
Yeah.
That's so it's just good timing on their part that they saw the offer once we put it on our site, and they're regular clients. We might have had a better boost if we invited regular clients.
We tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that there's something to be said, and maybe that we're reaching out to people, but I also feel like the fact that all of that information went out like on all of our platforms post event, that like if somebody is a Royal Caribbean client with us, that they would have seen it somewhere. Like it wasn't because we were keeping it super secret and you only got it if you came to the event. You know, all those people who are in our group, we've posted it in there twice, right? And multiple use it. Just there was a lot of yeah, definitely we maybe could have done something specific to our royal clients as something to think about, but I also think that most of them should have seen it, or a good portion of them should have, through like all the, you know, all the platforms we were on, for sure.
Yeah, we probably could have done a targeted email though, just by pulling
Yep.
RC and the addresses. But we did do a lot of targeting in our group and in our newsletter.
Yeah. Like maybe if we front loaded the targeted email first and then see how many spots we fill from that, and then buckshot it out to everything else and fill the remainder.
You know, I'll be honest with you guys, like this is my second event that I've done, not the View one, like not the celebrity one, but this is my second event, in-person event, and they have been disasters. Like they go really good and everybody has a great time, but we get nothing from them. And the only reason that we even considered this was because Mitch came to the table with half the money. I don't know. I think people are just looking for a night out, and I don't know. Rick, I think you're talking and you're not talking to us.
I do that often. I just wonder if there's something bigger at play here. Like, is Royal losing market share to MSC? I mean, in the past week, I've sold a lot of MSCs, but I haven't sold any Royals.
Yeah. I don't know. Mitch would never, ever admit that to me if they did. Ever.
Yeah. No, he won't.
No. And I did send an email to Mitch and Lisa last week because, and I'll tell you guys this since it's on top of mind, and I think I kind of told some of you guys at the event already, but the reason why we're not making very good numbers with Royal right now is because there's an algorithm of what we're expected to sell. And so when we don't meet that algorithm, the number slides backwards. So even if we booked 15 clients in a week, but we didn't meet the algorithm of what we were supposed to, the number goes backwards. So I've been racking my brain for months trying to figure out Royal math. And then Mitch said, oh no, it's based on, groups productivity and what they think you should be booking in your groups based on how many groups you have and blah, blah, how many cabins. And I said, are you for freaking real? Like I have been pounding him for months trying to reconcile these numbers. So I sent him and Lisa an email and I said, look, I said, when you guys sold this to me, it was 6 to 7 people a week that we had to come up with for the rest of the year. I said, that should have been a no-brainer. But now I'm being told that there's an algorithm, which I'll never understand because it's within your internal systems. Plus, with everything that's going on with the economy and the political bullshit, I said, it's not going to happen this year. Like, I'm not even going to stress out about it anymore. Like, we need to move on from trying to book 25 because I feel like we're losing our ability to sell 26 and 27 right now because I think that's people are starting to think about 26 and I don't want to miss that opportunity because we're so focused on 25. So if we sell 25, great, but I'm not going to stress out about it anymore. It's just, if I had known that to begin with, I probably would have said, I don't know that we can hit those numbers and we would have adjusted accordingly, but instead we've just been swimming upstream this entire time trying to figure out why we're not getting anywhere.
So other than missing some kind of bonus, is there any other impact of missing the target?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get it back again next year because they said they fought so hard for it this year that we had to get it this year, and I was like, oh yeah, it should be fine. 6 to 7 clients a week. I don't, that's doable.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I said that in the email. I don't care that we don't get the bonus. Like that's here nor there, as long as we get the incentive back next year. And Mitch did make a comment to me at some point that we've already hit our number for next year. I don't know whether that's true or not, because my numbers don't show that. But maybe again, that's the algorithm with the groups. Well, actually, I know that that's what that is. He's looking at we're not looking at real numbers.
It's hard to track then.
It is, right? I mean, like I'm a CPA. My brain doesn't work that way. I can get projections, but I want to see real numbers. Anyways, I've gone through the whole analysis with 2020, like all of our suppliers this year, and the only one that we're not tracking higher is Royal, which just blows my mind. That's the one that we push the most. I would say, if anything, more deals go up with Royal than anybody else. But at the end of the day, we need to protect the agency. And if we're going to sell MSC, and if we're going to sell Celebrity, then that's what we'll promote. You know, Royal's prices are kind of crazy right now.
Yeah. Well, the MSC, the World America, World Europa, those are good ships and good prices.
Yeah.
Good commissions.
Yeah. For sure. Anyways, all right, do you guys have anything else on the event? I think too much food is probably an issue, because I know I'm still trying to give away candy.
Well, if you had the people, you would have had the right.
Well, that's true. Yes. It's disappointing. I thought the event was great and a lot of fun, but the outcome is disappointing. And that was the same with my experience with the other event. We did a fashion show combined with Celebrity, and people loved it. I got a ton of positive feedback about how much fun it was. And yet we got no bookings out of it. So, but I mean, it's like anything, you have to try it, right?
Yeah. It's too bad.
Yeah.
You put a lot of energy into it. It's too bad.
We
You
did.
and then
We did.
the rest. Well, you have to try.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, I mean, Mitch came to us and said, I got $1,500. How do you want to spend it? And my last thought in the world would have been to put more ads out, because that's all we've done is just run steady ads for RC, and we're getting nowhere with those either. So they give us a lot of money this year. We don't have anything to show for it. So I thought, well, let's do an event that maybe will give us a spark. But it didn't seem to. All right. Anything else on the event? Sorry, Linda, I hijacked your topic.
That's okay. I mean, all good feedback. You know, I think, overall, I mean, I felt like it went well. It was unfortunate people didn't show up, and, you know, all that feedback is helpful if we ever decide to do another one of these. So it's all good. Coming up, June is month. June 3rd is our consumer webinar at 7 p.m. Hopefully, Mavis has their internet sorted out this year. I'm going to talk. We have Azamara ads going out on Google. So that was through co-op funds that we received from Azamara. Christmas in July, we're getting set up for, so that'll just be promoting basically Christmas, booking your Christmas cruises and your holiday cruises. And we'll have some dedicated blogs and some videos and all that sort of stuff that accompany that. So that is a co-op opportunity as well, that our suppliers have paid to get into. And then our usual day-to-day stuff. We're just getting ready to put up a non-US ports page on the website. We're working on luxury, getting that I think that's all I got.
So just so you guys know where we are with marketing, we're trying to put together a little word of mouth campaign for us. So we're working on it. We're not sure. It's kind of one of those things that now we've peeked under the rock. We've got a bunch of other issues that we might have to look into first. And unfortunately, that's not ideal, but it's actually our CRM. So we've consulted with a company that deals with processes, and he's been working with us for already probably a year. So we know them well, and they're very good at what they do. He's actually a Salesforce consultant, so not that we're looking at Salesforce, but he does this with companies where he helps them with mapping processes. And I don't think that this would hurt us anyways to have the processes mapped. We are so disjointed. We have so many softwares, nothing talks to each other. So he's taken a quick look at it to start, and he's like, there's definitely efficiencies that we can be looking at here. So we're just starting down this road right now. I don't know what's going to be the outcome. You know, the outcome might be that we change nothing, but I'm just kind of giving you guys the heads up that it just kind of, some of the things that we want to do in marketing, for example, we don't have the capability to do it with the existing software that we have. So, you know, kind of like, you know, how we collect data and how we categorize data. So it is Vacation CRM. While it's great, we may have outgrown it. So it's something that we're looking into. I just want to make sure that we're ready for, you know, we need to make sure that we have that's the foundation of everything in my mind is the data. So we need to make sure that we're capturing it and capturing it correctly and utilizing it.
Yeah, these systems will be expensive, eh?
Yes. Oh yeah, we've already looked into, we already know what's in the market. So,
okay.
Yeah. Kayla, did you want to, unless Linda has anything else?
No, I don't think I do at this point. We don't have another cruise chat coming up until the 18th of June, so we got a little lag time there, and we're just sort of wrapping up. We're halfway through, I guess. No, we're 4 weeks in. So Client Appreciation Month is kind of wrapping up. We're getting everybody's thank you videos up.
Linda, your internet's getting worse by the day.
I don't know what's wrong. Like, I ran a speed test. It's fine. I've literally shut down every single freaking tab I can, and it's still crap. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Like, I don't even know what to do more. I'm gonna try and wipe my computer. That's the next thing.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
honestly,
Okay,
I don't know
Kayla?
what else to do.
So I just wanted to go over the team site, just in case people aren't familiar with it, and just a reminder of what's on it. So I will share my screen. Can you guys see my screen right now?
I think we have to add it to stage.
Oh, sorry, let me know when you can see it, and then I'll.
Well, yeah, but we see like a screen inside of a screen inside of a screen. Okay.
You see this now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
beautiful. Okay, so just in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, just a reminder that you can go to sites if you need to access it. I have it just bookmark actually on all my browsers, so just whenever I need to go to the team site, I've just saved it, so I can go quickly into it. But if you go to the team site, I don't know why it comes to this 404 page, but to be figured out. The homepage obviously just has all of our regular agency information. So if you ever need any of our license numbers or our address or anything like that, all the supplier pages are there. So we have our top 7, and then there's an other page for anybody else. Like I think there's some ACB stuff there right now. Not too many others, I don't think so. And then if you ever need logins, supplier promos, this just actually links to the current offer page. Also has the agent rewards and any kind of marketing information, links to our groups pages. But more specifically, it does have our sales policy. If there's anything you're ever wondering about or wanting a refresh on our policies. So we have our sales lead policy, our data security policy, social media policy. And just on that note, with the sales leads, if you do get a lead from a client, just please be sure you're checking VCRM to see if they've worked with somebody else at the agency previously. And if they have, that you're reaching out to that agent to say, hey, just so you know, I've heard from this person. Do you want to follow up? And give them the opportunity to follow up with them themselves rather than going ahead and moving forward and then it coming up just through like searching in VCRM saying, oh, that was my client. I should have booked that actually. Yeah, I think that's it. If you have any questions or like there's anything you think is missing from here, it's always been a goal of mine to go back in here and tidy it up a bit, but so it's a work in progress all the time. Does anyone have questions on the site or?
Good. Good.
I just think it's a great site to keep open. There's just so much information and all your links are there to everything. Like I went in there, I couldn't find the booking form or the form that we fill in to send to invoices, and I popped on there and grabbed it. It's like everything is there. So it's just really very handy, and and the staff make great care to make sure that it's always updated.
Sorry, I also forgot to touch on there is a resource page and that tells you about like, I'm not too sure, like Tina said, the booking form, the cancellation form, they're all linked in the resources. It doesn't have anything outside of like any hotel information that we have or like park and fly, stuff like that. I sent out an email this morning. I'll probably be adding a note to the Teams page just as a reminder for that Marriott hotel code, park and fly hotel code. So that kind of stuff is what you'll find on the Teams site. And then it's just easier than having to dig it out of your inbox. It's kind of like a one-stop shop. That's it for me though.
It just reminded me on Celebrity, the $100 onboard credit, the form isn't actually on the offer sheet. I don't know if we can just add a hyperlink.
Yeah, it's not. I had to go to the email to get it this morning. Yeah.
Me too.
Kelly, can you add it on the offer sheet?
Sorry, which sheet?
The Celebrity Client Appreciation Onboard Credit.
Is that BDM 13?
Yeah, it says
Yep,
form with
BDM
link
13.
to follow.
Okay, yeah, I'll add it onto the sheet there now.
Yeah, it says form to follow the link, and then there's no link.
There's that has to be deposited this month to get it, right?
I would think so. That's usually what her policy is.
Yeah. Okay, just double checking. I tell all my clients that. So.
Mhm. Actually, just to kind of tag on to what Kayla said too about Google Sites, also the website. We have a lot of our stuff on the website. So, if you have those questions about, who qualifies for the Onboard Credit or the Amazon gift card, like always go back to the website because, that information is all there. And then if you have questions beyond that, then absolutely pop them in the chat because, you guys are great at helping each other. But,
I can even
also know what our policies and what we have on the website are.
I can even add a link to the policy page, the terms and conditions pages to the website, just under policy. So that way, again, you can just go to one use the one website, and then you don't have to search for anything.
I have to say the deals page on the website has become very powerful. I use it a lot. It used to be searching through the Facebook page all the time for a deal, and I find it right away now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. I use it for. I feel like I just posted this. Did I? So I'll go on there and look it up.
Good work. That's helpful.
So also, Sherry, I can't remember where we landed with this. I think we talked about it. Can we post the link to book online in the comment section of the deal?
I don't remember why we decided we couldn't. We link to the day's deals, and then they just have to go into the deal, and then you can book online.
Because I know not everyone's going to have a link, but like even if we did 4 of the 6, if we put the link right in there, and you could just copy and paste, like, and say, book it online now or something, and then every time if a booking comes in, the first thing I do is look at and see if they're in BCRM, who they worked with. If there's nobody, I'm going to put it in the chat. So if you talk to them, you're going to get it. Like, so there's no harm in people online booking, because sometimes people are in a rush and,
I can't remember what brought us to not doing that. They're too long, the deep links, so they all have to be converted to a Bitly link. I believe that was part of the hurdle.
Okay.
We are able to do it.
If it's 2 people, the Bitly link's already created, right? We should be able to, well, I mean, if it's group space, we should be able to just grab it.
Yes. Linda, do you remember what the hurdle was there?
Nope. I don't. I actually thought we were supposed to be moving forward with that.
No, we were doing it on Instagram, or because we can put it in Buffer. So when they were going in Buffer, we could do it, but I had to shorten them all to Bitlys, and then we changed how we were posting the deals. So if we want to start doing that, that's fine. It's going to change how I do things.
Even if you don't do it on every deal, but do it on some, it might. I know I don't want to take away from comments on Facebook because I think they're fantastic, but it might just, some people are quite anxious about getting something booked right away. And then we could also maybe post a little more of there's only 1 or 2 cabins left. Like right now, I'm leery about ever posting 1 or 2 cabins. But if we had a fantastic deal, right now, if I find something with 1 cabin, we don't post it.
Right. Where do we want to see it? Do we want it to be in the comment section under each thing?
Yes.
So I have to put it as the first comment under each image when I do a deal post. So then I have to essentially post it, go in and comment, and drop a link in each comment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that'll change. The challenge will be on the days that, things are scheduled. For instance, the weekend, then
even if Sherry emailed me the Bitlys, I could go pop them in.
Does it actually change that though, Linda? I don't know if it does, because that deep link I pre-schedule those all the time. Those are always.
You can't do them on each picture,
right?
though, right?
But it's the comments.
Oh, I see the
right?
comments. Yes, of course. Yeah.
Because we can't post to the group from Buffer or anything like that, so we can't pre-schedule comments. So
I'm just thinking it would be nice, if people, how many comments I get from people saying, "Hey, I looked at the price on here. Can you book this?" I'm just like, why didn't we just do it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it can be done. It's just a little more time and labor intensive, and for days that stuff is being scheduled because Sherry is away or because she is
off,
it's the weekend or off or whatever. Maybe, the other thing is, maybe we can send those Bitlys. Well, okay, so yeah, I was going to say maybe on the weekends you could send them to Noonie and she could just add them in the comments.
I have a thought. Why don't we just do FIT to start? because those are the time sensitive ones. And groups isn't going to work anyways because that darn 280 on celebrity won't go through, isn't going to show up, and then people are going to be like, I'm not paying this because it's less money on the app. So let's do FITs. So that really is just the days that Sherry, you and I are doing the deals, and there will only be 2 or 3.
That's fine. Yeah, whatever you want, it can be done.
You just say time sensitive alert, book here. You know, you could word it better than me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can definitely do that for FIT. That's fine.
All right, well, let's try it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and of course, obviously not the ones that we can't book in Cruise Complete. Like the 3 today that you gave me, I can't do any of those.
Oh, MSC, Atlas.
MSC, Atlas, and Virgin. Yeah.
Oh, frick.
So we'll try tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm actually really disappointed in Cruise Complete. There were so many things that were promised us that we can't. Like, I don't know, it's a lot of money. It's disappointing. We put so much time and effort into it, but we can't. Celebrity groups, the 280 doesn't come off. We can't book Virgin. We can't book MSD. You know, we can't book Norwegian groups. We can't book Azamara groups. Like, it's just the list goes on and on.
I didn't know there was a problem.
First quarter, we would be able to set it up so that people could go in and pick their agent when they registered. That still hasn't happened. So then I inquired about working with RevelX directly, and they were just like, they shot it down. They were like, that's going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars. And I was like, yeah. That's not good.
I just feel our clients like to be served, you know.
I don't disagree with you, but I mean, Hard Travel is in the same boat and they did it. So their system looks a lot better because they went directly through RevelX.
It's a little bit bigger. Hard Travel.
Absolutely. I'm not saying we're giving up on it yet. I'm just cautiously watching it going forward. And there may be other alternatives. My eye open for what.
Actually, I think we should go the other way, to be honest. People come to us for service and the group prices. So service is what we excel at, all of us. And kind of takes a little bit of that away.
I don't know that I would say that. I don't think we've taken any service away.
No, when we get to chat it up and talk about it, the pros and the cons of this sailing versus the other sailing, you know, the normal conversations we have with clients, it just takes some of that away. I don't get very many Cruise Complete handovers, so I don't. Just my thoughts.
Do you guys have any topics that we've already talked about, or any new topics that you want to bring up? Because I don't have anything else. Okay. That sounded good. All right. Okay. We'll see you online, guys.
Bye.
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 Ciao.